Beloved Saints, today's 5-minute message of redemptive history is about Salvation and Covenant Part 5 from the 5th book of Redemptive History series, The Promise of the Eternal Covenant. The prophecies concerning Jesus Christ in the Old and New Testaments are encapsulated into the word promise. Galatians 3:16 states, "The promises were spoken to Abraham and to his seed." Scripture does not say "and to seeds," meaning many people, but "and to your seed," meaning one person who is Christ. Galatians 3 verse 22 states, "But the Scripture has shut up all men under sin, that the promise by faith in Jesus Christ might be given to those who believe." These are the characteristics of God's promises in the Bible. First, God's promises are immutable or unchanging. 1 Samuel 15 verse 29 states, "He who is the glory of Israel does not lie or change his mind, for he is not a human being that he should change his mind." Psalms 89 verse 34 states, "I will not violate my covenant or alter what my lips have uttered." In such a way, God's promises are certain and absolute. Therefore, those who receive His promise will never get lost, feel anxious, or become disappointed. Second, God's promises are eternal. The first reason is that it is a promise made through the eternal Word. Psalms 105 verse 8 states, "He remembers His covenant forever, the promise He made for 1,000 generations." Psalms 105 verse 10 states, "He confirmed it to Jacob as a decree, to Israel as an everlasting covenant." Therefore, the covenant made through the Word is eternal, and the promise of the covenant is also eternal. The second reason is that it is a promise made by the eternal God. Deuteronomy 33 verse 27 states, "The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. He will drive out your enemies before you, saying, 'Destroy them.'" The promises made between men cannot be carried out if one dies. However, since God is eternal, His promises are also eternal. The promise given by the eternal God continues to be carried out until its complete fulfillment. The third reason is that it is a promise that God remembers. Psalms 106 verse 45 states, "And He remembered His covenant for their sake." Psalms 111 verse 5 states, "He provides food for those who fear Him. He remembers His covenant forever." The fourth reason why God's promises are eternal is that it is a promise made by the faithful God. Hebrews 10 verse 23 states, "Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for He who promised is faithful." Hebrews 11:11 states, "She considered Him faithful who had promised." Here the word faithful is pistos in Greek, meaning trustworthy and reliable. Our faithful God does not change His mind once He makes a promise. This is why His promise is eternal. Beloved Saints, for the sake of momentary gain, people of the world make promises very easily. Consequently, these promises are also easily broken when they undergo hardships or when there is no gain to be had. Nevertheless, we can be comforted and find hope in our God because He is faithful and never breaks the promises He makes. So today, let us hold fast to God's promise, which is unchanging and eternal, and by doing so, let us be victorious. I bless in the name of the Lord.